You ready?
Ready.
What's up, guys? That boy Messi. You already know what the freak is going on. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to season 2. As you can see, we're in the same room of season 1. I told them I wasn't going to be in the same room again.
I
But
know.
we decided to film up here. But no background, as you can see. I got to mark on my wall. But, you know what I'm saying? No background, as you can see. Because it's a new season. Like I said, we are in new seasons in life, you know what I mean? And we got a special guest, Hannah, my girlfriend, here for season 2, episode 1.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party.
Thank you.
You get the luxury of being the first episode.
Yeah.
But I already filmed some when I was in Florida. Because today is the day after Christmas, the 26th. 26th. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about
Our trip.
our trip. Yeah.
Your trip.
My trip.
Our trip.
It was my trip until we start driving. Then it was our trip.
Yeah.
Florida was a vibe though. I'm not gonna lie. It was fun. I felt like I moved back low key.
Yeah.
Felt it was just like
You got to take them through your trip.
so. I got my presents being there. First day I got there, right? My birthday presents from Hannah. She surprised me, and it was like, it said happy birthday, but the D was missing because the D popped. So,
Why are you telling me?
so it said
Why?
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was visiting family and friends, you know what I mean? Making sure I got the podcast. I realized, like, I'm more locked in on my podcast than anything else right now.
Yeah.
Like, I think I just have more of a passion for my podcast now. Which is, it like, to me, that's a good thing, but it's also, like,
Well, I also feel like it's easier.
1,000% easier. I don't know, but, like, it's just the fact of, like, I don't know, the creativity of my regular channel. It's just like, you know what I mean? I get the opportunity to be creative. But I didn't really go film the videos that I wanted to go film. I didn't have the time.
Yeah.
I bought a car. I don't know if I said that in my other episodes.
Well, this is the first one.
Yeah, I'm saying in the other ones, though.
Oh, I'm not sure.
But, anyways, I bought a 2023 Toyota Camry for my birthday. You know what I mean? Thank God for that. You know, that's a true blessing, honestly. What else? Yeah, I saw family and friends. Went to Christmas. I'm going to skip to Christmas. Because, I mean, other than that, we just saw family and friends. And then Christmas, we had Christmas celebrations. First, on Friday, the 20, whatever day that was. Went to Hannah's family's house. Her parents' house.
Yeah.
That was pretty chill.
Yeah, we didn't really do too much.
Yeah, it's pretty relaxing. And then we went to my family's Christmas celebration.
Mm-hmm.
That one was it wasn't as relaxing because it was just so much going on.
Yeah.
And there's a huge difference between our families.
Yeah, your family's more, like, loud.
Mm-hmm.
My family's more, like,
That's the black.
quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Calm.
Yeah, for sure. For sure,
Yeah.
Your family's for sure calm.
Yeah.
My family's just. The thing is with my family, when we get together, especially the cousins,
Mm-hmm.
if you got a certified cousins, you know what I'm saying? If you're a certified cousin, it's up. Soon as you all get together, especially if you didn't see each other in a while, as soon as you all get together, oh yeah, it's over with.
Yeah.
We're cracking jokes on everybody. We're in everybody's head. We're laughing, having funny conversations. Like, it's the whole. You gotta have a high social battery because it's until the end when everybody about to leave. Oh, it's high the whole time.
Yeah.
It's high. We play. What we do? We played Uno.
Yeah, I got second place.
Yeah, they tried to jump her after I got off the table because I wanted to go film a podcast video.
Yeah, they did. They kept giving me draw four. I was like, but I still won that round.
That's good. Standing on business.
Mm-hmm.
Standing on business. Yeah. And then we went to Hannah's family friend's house for a Christmas party. That one was chill too. And then we just drove back yesterday. We got here 5 a.m.
Yeah. We left the house at 8 a.m.
Yeah, we were supposed to leave at like 6 a.m. or something like that.
A 22-hour drive.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I knew it was going to be long either way, though, so it didn't bother me.
It was better once we finally got out of Florida.
Yeah, you wanted to get out of Florida so bad. Because, I mean, at the first, I did stop a lot in the beginning.
You
But only
did.
because we really prepped the day of. Like, we didn't, like, go get gas the night before. We didn't go to the bank the night before. We didn't go get my stuff the night before. It was like, all right, we're just going to do it in the morning. Had to go to my mom's house, grab my tripod so that I can film. And then had to get gas, and then had to go to the bank. Then we went to my dad's. And then after that, we kind of made ourselves, because I was like, should I get gas now or later? And you were like, let's just get it later. And I was like, all right. It was like half a tank.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to stop for that. And then bathroom breaks on top of that. And food.
I only used the bathroom twice. I only stopped once, though. Well, no, I didn't stop really any time because I used the bathroom when we would get gas. I would just
You
wait till
stopped
we
using
got
the bathroom
gas.
once.
When we would get gas. Every time we needed to get gas is when I used the bathroom. I never asked to stop
Yeah.
to use the bathroom or anything. I would always wait.
Yeah.
You were the ones getting on my nerves.
I stopped to use the bathroom once.
Oh my god, y'all.
I stopped to use the bathroom one time.
He was drinking water. Like he drinks
Here we go.
he drinks a 16-ounce cup of water in an hour, which means he goes to the bathroom every hour.
Oh, I don't.
Okay. We're on a 16-hour drive and he has to use the bathroom. When we started, I thought it was going to be every hour. But
She
you
was on
did
my
better.
head. She was on my
Because
head.
we got to your mom's house. You used the bath. No, you didn't use the
I
bathroom.
didn't.
We got to your mom's house. We left your mom's house. We went to the gas station. And then after we left the gas, we were at the gas station. After we left the gas station, 5 minutes down the road, he goes, I got to use the bathroom. I'm like, oh my
No,
God.
false.
Oh my
False. I didn't say that. I said, oh, shoot, I didn't use the bathroom. Let me make sure I use the bathroom before we get on the road.
So he doesn't have
And
to use it
so-
later.
Exactly. So then I stopped real quick before we got on the interstate. Before we even really got on the road, I was like, let me use the bathroom. Like, cool, go use the bathroom. And I grabbed the snacks. I could take my medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Then got on the road. Probably about an hour then, I actually had to use the bathroom for real. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll use it. Bam. And then
We got
after
to your
that,
dad's.
yeah, I got to my dad's. But, like, after that, I never stopped to use the bathroom unless it was unless we were stopped for gas or for food.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Now, am I gonna lie? Did I use the bathroom? Yes, every stop. But but I didn't make a stop. I was like, all right, cool. We got to get gas, or I want food, or you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, she was on my head.
Because
in the beginning.
every hour we were stopping, you guys. Every hour. Until we finally got out of Florida. Once we finally got out of Florida, we weren't stopping every hour. We were stopping every, like,
It's because we had
4.
places to go.
But it was just getting on
We
my
really
nerves. I
only
was like,
stopped that much because in the beginning, like the beginning was like 3 stops.
yeah, while we
before
were
even
in
got on the road.
Florida.
No, I'm saying before we even got on the road, it was already like 3 stops.
I'm not counting those. I'm counting once we got on the road. And then you had to stop before we got to your dad's. And then you went to the bathroom while we were at your dad's. And then...
That don't matter. That don't count. Don't add that because we had to go to my dad's either way. Just because I used the bathroom there don't mean I stopped us to use the bathroom. You can't count that.
All right. But every hour, while we were in Florida, we were stopping somewhere.
We stopped 3 times in total. Once we got on the road in Florida, we stopped at the gas station for me to use the bathroom after we got on the road at that 7-Eleven.
Honestly, I don't
Right.
remember
So
all the stops we made.
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
So we stopped at the 7-Eleven.
Uh-huh.
Then we stopped at, because I had to use the bathroom. Remember, their bathroom didn't work.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Then we went to my dad's. And then after that, we stopped in, like, what, Jacksonville? It was
I
near
think
Jacksonville
so. Yeah, I think so.
to get gas, and then we got out of Florida. So we really only stopped 3 times while on the road.
I know, but okay, this is the other thing that like we were in Florida for so long.
Yeah,
We were in Florida.
Yeah.
We were in Florida from 8 a.m. to like 4 p.m. We were in Florida.
It was like 2 p.m. I think. Was it?
No, we left your. No, I think
Yeah,
4
we didn't
p.m.
get to my dad's until like 12, 11, 12.
I think we didn't leave Florida till 4 p.m. because we got to my grandma's in North Carolina at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, but you also got to realize because we went to my dad's and we went from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast. So that took
I know,
most
but
of
I'm
it.
just saying, like, we were in Florida for so long. I was so ready to get out of Florida. Like, I felt like we weren't making any progress.
Yeah.
Felt like we were stuck in the same place for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, can we go? Like, can we get on the freaking road, please?
Oh man, yeah, she was nagging in my ear. I ain't gonna lie, but I was like, I was chilling because I was just like, me and my mindset, especially because I've done the drive before with my brother. I was like, for me, because I remember I was like, bro, I'm so ready to get there. Like, I was just like, I was already in the mindset of like, this is gonna be an all day trip. So no matter what, no matter how fast we try to push it, it's gonna be all day. So I didn't care.
No, I'm not worried. I wasn't worried about the all-day trip. Like, I knew it was going to be all day, too. I just felt like we weren't moving.
You gotta, sometimes slow and at a pace is progress. You know what I'm saying?
But we weren't making any progress missing. The fact that we were in Florida for 8 hours
But
is
you also
crazy.
gotta realize too, though, Florida is so long.
I know.
Florida felt like most of the trip. After we got out of Florida, we was through every state fast. Like we got through Georgia pretty fast.
Virginia was long, too, though.
Virginia was long, but like we got through Georgia and South Carolina pretty fast.
Yeah.
And
we
then North
stopped
Carolina we stopped.
at the beginning of it.
Yep, and then we got through. No, Maryland was long.
I don't know. I wasn't looking at the map.
Maryland, I was checking.
I was
it out.
confused where once we got to that like those states that area of the states, I didn't know where I was.
Yeah. So she drove the first. Oh, I drove the first half, all the way up into
Fayetteville.
Yeah, Fayetteville, North Carolina, and then she drove the rest. Well, she drove she drove
Till the last hour.
Yeah, to the last hour, and I drove the last hour.
Mm-hmm.
So we pretty much split it.
Yeah. Well, you drove more than me just because of the whole Florida stuff.
Yeah.
We were in Florida for so long.
I was a little nervous to let her drive, I'm not gonna lie.
But you fell asleep.
I did. I was super tired. I was
I
knocked
know.
out.
I know.
I was like, I need to sleep. But like, I was so nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, please don't let anything. I was like, if I wake up, I'm gonna.
I drove good.
I was gonna be pissed.
I was a safe driver.
Yeah, you were. But
That's
I'm also like, I was trying not to be a backseat driver because I don't like when people are backseat drivers, and I'm super picky on a lot of things. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna just try to go to sleep. But at first, I was stressing too much. I couldn't sleep. I was like, but like, also too, I wasn't as stressed because it was like super late, so it wasn't as many cars on the road. And I think if it was more cars on the road, I would have drove. But like, but there wasn't. I'm not saying you can't drive, but I was just stressing. Like,
Well, yeah, I get it because I don't let people drive my car.
yeah, I don't. Even if it's just like a quick in the parking lot, I'm stressing.
Yeah, that's why when your mom asked, like, if I was gonna drive or split it or whatever she said, I was like, if you let me, because I didn't think that you were gonna let me.
I would have, because I knew I was gonna get tired. I knew I was gonna get tired. I was like, it's gonna suck. Like, and I was like, I don't want to stop, and then like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was stressing in the beginning. And I was like, okay, I can relax a little bit. But like, especially because there wasn't as many cars on the road.
Yeah, it was nice driving in the middle of the night, especially through like Washington, in those big city areas, because there was no cars on the road. You could like slow down and like look at the signs, see where you're going, not miss your exit.
Because during the day, if you were going through that,
The
it
traffic,
crazy. I was talking to my brother about that. He was like, he texted me, seeing where we were at, and I was just like, we just hit. He was like, we're leaving your grandparents' house, and like she was about to drive.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, it's good that, like she was like, you could get like a little nap real quick, and she could drive, and it won't be crazy on the road, and
yeah.
And then also too, another reason why I'm kind of glad she drives, because me, I don't like reading signs when I drive.
Oh
And
yeah.
it take like I don't like reading signs when I drive. I like I feel like a child when I say that. But like I like just like literally follow the GPS. Like I literally look at the line and I'll be like, oh okay, I turn right at this next light, or like I take this exit that's going this way. But like once you get to, especially from being from the south, the exits are pretty simple. There's one exit. You
Mhm.
know which one. It say 252. You need to get off at 252, and it's only one exit right there, so you know it's that exit. Once you get to Maryland, oh yeah,
Yeah, the highway. It's like three different
it be
exits.
three different exits,
Yeah.
three different turns that are going the exact same way. So you be like, oh shoot.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're in the
And
right
they pretty
lane.
much be saying the same thing almost, and I'm like, oh shoot, and I'm like, which one do I turn in? Which one do I turn in?
Yeah.
And so like, usually when I'm driving, I'm like, Hannah, which one, which one? And then so like that's why I was like, okay, I'm glad Hannah was driving that part because I would have for sure missed a turn. I
Yeah.
was like,
It's
so,
crazy.
but what was your favorite part about the past 20 days?
So much. Like, I liked hanging out with friends.
Mm-hmm.
I liked watching you film your podcast.
Watching me at work.
Yeah, I liked that. I liked hanging out while you guys did that. I liked going over to your mom's house. I liked winning at Uno. I liked, I don't know, I liked all that.
Yo, we actually were beefing over Uno. Like I was actually.
You were
beefing with you.
mad.
I was beefing with you.
I wasn't mad.
No, because I take Uno very serious. When it comes to games, I'll be competitive. But
Yeah.
like she's like, it's like I talk trash, but she's the disrespectful talk trash. Like she's not like the talk trash that's just like the annoying, like he just yapping. Like that's how I am. I just be yapping. You the actual disrespect. Like like she ruined my whole Uno mood one day because we played Uno the day before, and then she had beaten me, right? She had beaten me multiple times, and she had more wins than I did. Then the next day, we're playing Uno again with different people, though. And she immediately gonna go, Mr. been losing anyways. I didn't say not one thing to you, dude. Like, and then she was just like, yeah, you gonna keep losing. He lost like 20 times yesterday. And she's just going on, and I'm just like I'm just giving her the side eye. And then I was like, nah, like, and so ever since, like, I was like, I cannot sit next to you during Uno because, like, I'm gonna get mad. I already know it.
Okay, the only reason why I said that though is because you would be talking about how you're gonna win. You're like, oh, I'm so good. Oh, I'm gonna win. Whatever. And I'll be like, what are you talking about? You literally lost to me every day.
That's over dramatic. Not every day. I mean, yeah, you have beaten me. Like at some point, if we played like, because we played like what 4 days in a row, pretty
I
much.
think so, yeah.
But like with different people, and yeah, you've beaten me at least once those days. But some days
At least
some days I have more wins than you.
only one day
No, I
with
think
David.
that day, and then I would have had more. If I kept playing at my family event,
Yeah,
I would have.
probably.
And then
Yeah. But that one doesn't really count at your mom's house because we were doing elimination.
it's a do count.
So everybody was winning except for one person.
Yeah, but I was coming in a higher place than you though.
Well, you gave your spot up. That's not my
Yeah,
fault.
I did because I needed to go film.
Yeah.
The filming was a little bit more important
Yeah.
because I needed to get as many people as possible.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Some people be like, "Oh, when you meet me on the podcast, you gonna do me on the podcast?" And then when I ask them, they chicken out. I ain't gonna say no names, but they be chickening out. I'm like, bro. They be wanting. They be like, "Oh, you gonna get me on there too?" And then when I ask them, they be like, "Oh, I'm not." I'm like, "Oh, not you scared." But a lot of people, I get it though, while they're nervous, because a lot of people don't know. Like Kayla, when I did her, she didn't know how it was gonna go until we started. Like they think it's like more of an interview, but it's literally a conversation.
Just a conversation.
Like I'll be like, I hope you know, like it's not me finna sit here and like grill
interrogate
you. Like
you, yeah.
I'm like, nah, we finna sit here and chat. Like you finna talk to me and I'm finna talk to you. I ain't finna sit here and ask you 20 million questions and you give me
Yeah.
boring answers. Like I want stories, this and that. But like once me and Kayla could have went for a whole nother hour. Like we was in there vibing. Like we was
I
in there,
know.
and then till y'all was like, "We're waiting on you." It was like, "For what?" I was like,
Mhm.
but nah,
Yeah.
we were in there. You know what I'm saying? It was good conversation. But yeah, let's talk business now.
What's business?
Standing on business, we gonna talk about God. I wrote down some questions, or more he other questions, but like more little topics and ideas that I was having.
Mhm.
Um, so one thing that I do, my podcast routine now, I gotta prep. Well, I don't. Yeah, I prep my mind really to get in
Yeah.
the talking mood. So like, at least like an hour, 45 minutes before. It don't even be the whole time. Like I'll just be like, sometimes it's like 20 minutes before. I'm like, I'll tell her. I'll just be like, yo, I got it in my. And it actually does really well. Like if I do that, I usually have really good sessions.
Yeah. Meditate.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'll like sit there and like what I'll do is either I'll listen to a sermon or listen to a podcast, not to steal necessarily ideas. Like, yeah, they help me think sometimes, but and then like I won't steal their point exactly, but like sometimes their point made me think of a whole different another like a whole another question or an
Yeah.
idea. So I'm like, okay, let me write that down. Or like usually they just get me in a talking mood specifically. So I'm like, oh, like I just like talking now,
Mhm.
and then what I'll do after that is I'll listen to music, and that's where I get all my ideas. And like, I'll throw on like some type of music, like either instrumental, like meditation music, well, or like gospel music, and I'll just sit there and just like vibe out in it. And then yeah, um, yeah, okay. So first question: do you think you standing on business about God?
I think I'll be better once I get back home
Hmm.
and you're not there.
You know, speaking on that, like, remember what I told you about like, dang, like we gotta lock in for real because it's like, what if I keep saying like, sorry, but what if God was to see us being together as a distraction for
Yeah.
us? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think it wasn't much the fact that you were there. It was the fact that I work 7 to 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem.
Mm-hmm. So you gotta find that sweet spot.
Yeah, because when I worked 3 to like if you were there and I worked 3 to 11, I still wouldn't have any problem. I'd wake up in the morning, read, whatever. But now that I work 7 to 3, when I come home, we had plans most of the day. So I come home, take a shower, and then we go somewhere. And by the end of the night, I don't want to read.
Yeah, makes sense. That makes sense. I definitely wasn't reading as much when I was down there, though. I'm not gonna lie. I was reading like, I read like I didn't read every night, maybe like every other night.
Mhm.
I read one chapter of my book.
Mhm.
Um, but we were still praying and everything.
Yeah.
But um, the reason I asked if you're standing on business, right, about God is because like I wrote a point down because I know we love God and we're not perfect and we still sin.
Mhm.
And the whole point of that was because I'm like, dang, like I do this podcast, right? I talk about God. I'm about God, but like, am I perfect? No. And I was thinking about like when I was sitting there getting ready to do the podcast. I was like, dang, like it's crazy because like I do this right, but like I still listen to inappropriate music, right? I still do, you know what I'm saying? I still do these things that are considered like sinning, right?
Yeah.
But I come on here and I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, am I thinking of? And I was like, dang, is it a front? Is it a? Do I actually believe it? Is it a front? Am I living two separate lives? You know what I mean? And I was just kind of thinking about that. And I was just
No, I don't.
like,
I don't think you're living two separate lives. I just think it's so hard to not have any like worldly desires
yeah, for sure.
because we don't live in a world that is capable of that. Like the world we live in is full of sin. That's why we have all these worldly desires, social media, whatever, all this other stuff, which is why we're supposed to, just ask for forgiveness and pray about it.
Yeah.
Because we're not meant to be perfect.
Yeah, that is true.
Nobody is gonna be.
That is true. Our parents put pressures on us, but are they what God wants? So, meaning career-wise, you know how specifically a lot of parents grow up, they're like, I want you to do this when you grow up, or I want you to be able to I want you to do this at least, and then like whatever, right?
Yeah. Instead of just what we were listening to a podcast or something on the drive up here, and the person was saying how parents just need to support their kids because you don't know
who you're raising.
Yeah, you don't know
who
God put on this earth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and things like that, like, do you ever think about like, there's parents out there, they want you to do this or this career, or like they want you to be like this. A lot of parents are like, and a lot of parents, they do it out of love because they want you to have a life for you. They want you to be able to support yourself. But they live in more, I don't know how to explain it.
The world. They care about how you do here, not how you do when you die.
Exactly. And a lot of some parents are dream killers in a sense.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, no, you're not going to do this because
it's just not realistic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But is God realistic?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Now, that's another fearing thing, though. Like, that's a whole nother point. But give me your opinion on that. We're going to get to that part.
I agree with you. I think that you should just support your kids. But I don't know. It's a double-edged sword because, like, you want to support your kids, but let's say your kid's 30 now and they don't have a job. They don't have any way to support themselves, and you're still supporting your 30-year-old kid. It's like, how long do you support before you give like tough love and be like, you know what, maybe this isn't the path.
I think something that should be done too, though, is so for example, I know people who was basically messing with someone who wanted to stream. They wanted to do Twitch and play games for a living. They wanted to do that. Me, of all people, I can't hate on that. You see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, what's wrong with that? But obviously not everyone sees the vision that you do. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was like, now, could you stream all day? Cool. Do what you need to do for your amount of hours. And could you have a little part-time job? Yes, you can. I feel like that is the way to do it. Some people, like you said, like are like 30 and they're just doing one thing. Now, could something happen and be a miracle, and they just now all of a sudden doing their thing, like doing great things with it? Yes. But I think like if I was to have a kid and they were 30 and all they're doing is streaming specifically and not making any money, I'm like, hey, like I see you got dreams. To continue to chase those dreams, we're never going to kill them, right? Because obviously, like you said, you never know who that person is. You never know what God has in store for them. Some people don't make it to the 45.
Yeah.
So you could be a late bloomer. Who knows? Maybe, no, not necessarily a late bloomer because God does it when the perfect time. So you could be in your later year, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we were talking about the fear, not the fear. We're talking about the
crushing dreams and
parents crushing
supporting
dreams. Yeah,
kids.
exactly. Now that goes into the fear of, do you ever fear like that you're not going to become what God wants you to become, like
not at all.
career-wise?
Not at all.
Okay, why is that?
I think whatever you become is what God intended, even if that's what you thought or not. Like if you thought as a kid you were like, no, like God wants me to be this, I know God wants me to be this, but for whatever reason you're 30 now and you're something different than you thought, I think at the end of the day, whatever you become is what God meant for you to become.
Okay, makes sense.
Because I think He puts whatever He needs to in your path
Yep.
to make whatever the end goal be successful.
Yep. See, I think the exact same way. But what also gets me is sometimes, right? So God puts certain things in your way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Specifically for you to learn from Him to be what you need to be, what He wants you to be, right?
Yeah.
But what also gets me is He does that, right? But He also allows you, so emotionally, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, or just certain things in general. Let's just say dating wise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that, let's say you went up to God and was like, hey, God, should I be with this person?
Mm-hmm.
And He told you no, like
Mm-hmm.
that you don't need to be with them. Joe Schmo, whoever it is down the street, you just randomly caught feelings for somehow. You was just like, screw it.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you go do something with them and now you got a soul tie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't in God's, you know what I'm saying? Do you think, do you ever like that part is what gets me sometimes. It's like, okay, yeah, I truly believe that God plans our life out specifically, but I also believe God gives us a choice to follow them. So how do you know that you're following it though?
He gives us free will,
Yeah.
right? We make right and wrong decisions, but I think that's why you pray. Because if you were to ask God and be like, give me a sign, please tell me, like, is this the person for me? He'll tell you if you, like, take the time and listen.
If you pay attention to what He's saying.
Exactly. And if, you know, you don't get the message for whatever reason, you don't hear him, or you decide not to listen, I think at the end of the day, it's still going to come to how it's supposed to be. Because at the end, let's say you marry somebody and that's not the person for you,
Mm-hmm.
and later down the line, 5 years down the line after you're married,
Mm-hmm.
there's abuse, or there's infidelity,
Yeah.
or there's something, maybe they pass away,
Mm-hmm.
and then you end up meeting the person you're supposed to be with. I think
Mhm.
everything, when it comes down to the finish line, is how it's supposed to
Yeah.
be.
Makes sense.
Even if it wasn't like the path
Yeah, you kind
that
of
God
prolonged it.
maybe God had a shorter path for you,
Mhm.
but your choices made it a longer
Mhm.
destination, longer path, whatever. I think at the end of the day, you get to where you're
Yeah.
supposed to be.
I think that's the part that makes me nervous is like, yeah, I could pray and ask God, but and then also trying to defer from your own thoughts
Mm-hmm.
and well, I mean, you could tell the difference between God and your own thoughts, but it's like one of those things where, like you said, you have to actually specifically pay attention and be purposely trying to listen to God in order to
Yeah.
understand what He's telling you,
Yeah.
and obey what He's saying. But I think that's a fear of mine, of just being like, because personally, me, like you already know, like I want to work on that, like being able to sit in God's presence and listen to Him, because my mind has a lot going through it. Like I think of a lot all the time. Like I could barely sit still as it is. So it's just one of those things that's just like I want to work on that because I don't want to prolong. I don't have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that's just like, oh, well, I think I need to do this, or I just do it just because I want to do it, but it wasn't in God's will. And you're just like, you're doing it to yourself, buddy. One of those situations. And I didn't even know I was doing it to you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but
Yeah, that's something I feel like I need to work on.
it's all part of the journey, though,
It is.
not
That
the
is true.
destination.
Well, you're so right, but it's also one of those things that's just like, I
Because
don't know.
even if you prolong it, you're gonna learn things. You're gonna meet people.
It's true.
Like if you were to, let's say, not make the right choice, but you meet somebody that helps you get to the right choice, or you meet somebody that becomes a best friend or whatever, I think no matter what, like, even if you go down the wrong path, I think there's going to be blessings in the wrong path too. Even if they're just lessons.
Yeah, it's true.
Lessons are blessings too.
That is true. I don't know. Looks like I gotta work on that too. I always think about the destination still.
Yeah.
Okay, since this season, I didn't even talk about this. Season, this is episode 1, and I didn't even talk about this. This is crazy. I'm slacking right now. I've been doing it every other episode. I think it's just because I'm all out of whack right now.
Yeah.
But this season is about change. The season is about accepting the change, going into something different. And I've said it in every video, and I'm gonna say it in this first one. If you don't allow change to happen, you can't grow. You can't grow without change. You see what I'm saying? Because if you sit in one spot, if I sit on that couch all day long, don't move at all, ain't nothing gonna happen. If I get up and do something, that's change. I'm changing what I'm doing. Right? That's just a simple way of putting it. But in general, you know what I'm saying? If you think of more in a broader aspect, without change, there is
No growth.
no growth. And change can suck. A lot of people don't like change. A lot of people are scared of change, which is reasonable. But it's one of those things that you got to be okay with change, because when change happens, you need to know that there's a blessing that is coming on the other side. Even if it's sucky change. Even if it's, you know what I'm saying? If you're not enjoying it, it's one of those things that you just got to accept. A lot of people ask for change but aren't willing to accept the change. A lot of people ask for the change, but they're willing to deal with the consequences of the change.
Yeah, people want the change, but they want it to be easy.
That's one thing about life. It's not going to be easy, and I sure not be wanting it to be easy. But
People don't
ain't.
learn the easy way. People learn the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to go through the challenges.
Exactly. It's crazy. Well, these questions are about change. Let me see which one I want to ask you first. What did you learn in this season? And do you think what did you learn in this season that you're in currently, and do you feel that you're going into a new season?
I definitely feel like I'm going into a new season, also just because it's the beginning of the year, and just subconsciously at the beginning of the year, I feel like I'm going into a new season.
Okay. Makes sense.
The lesson that I learned, there's multiple. One, I think, is about like work. I think this is awful to say, but I feel like I put maybe too much into work, which then affects me. Like, I care about maybe them a little too much, which, you know, I don't know how to
You
word it.
gotta have it's more of yeah, I see what you're saying. Like you want to,
I think I take care of other people too much and don't take care of myself.
Yeah, you don't take care of yourself.
Yeah. Which is hard when you work in like any type of service industry or like healthcare. It's all give and no take. So I think that's one lesson. Like, I hate saying that because since I work with elderly, I want to like just give them everything, you know?
But at the end of the day, you can't help people if you can't help yourself.
Yeah.
You need to be able to help yourself first so that you can be able to help those people as much as you really want to.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then it's going to be the total
Burnout.
opposite. You're not going to be helping them.
Yeah, I'm going to be rude and
Exactly.
crabby and whatever. So that's one lesson. Like, I just need to like not be so giving, be more selective with how much I give.
Okay.
And then I think the lesson I'm currently learning is like stop procrastinating.
Mm-hmm.
Because I procrastinate a lot, especially with school, because I just don't want to do it. And that's the thing, like, when there's something I don't want to do, I don't try, because like I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like, just not with the game. I really didn't want to learn the game, so I didn't care.
Why'd you say yes then?
Because I felt bad.
Oh, you should have just said no.
Anyways, he tried to teach me his game, but like I
That's how
really
she tried to
don't
play
care to
Fortnite.
play. Like, I'm not gonna play at the end of the day.
You just be capping to me at this point. She just be capping to me. I literally said, hey, would you ever play Fortnite with me? She was like, yeah, if you taught me. I said, all right, cool. She's here with me now. I tried to teach her. Because I was like, we can get you a game system, but if you're not going to play, ain't no point.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, if I learn how to play, then yeah, I'll play. I was like, all right, cool. Before we even buy a game system or we even do anything, we need to make sure you're going to want to play. She goes, yeah, just teach me how to play. I sat here and just asked her if she wanted to play. She said, yeah. Taught her. She played literally one round, died within like
10 seconds.
and she goes, I don't want to play anymore. She was like, I don't want to learn how to play. I was like, dang, you just gonna quit that easy? But
Yeah.
like, I'm not surprised though, because you only like doing things that you pick up fast.
Yeah, but also like even if I don't pick up fast, if I don't care about it, like if I don't care to learn it, then
Yeah.
I don't even want to try it. I
Makes
don't
sense.
care.
Makes sense.
Cuz there's things that I've done that like I've had to take time to learn. Like I didn't just get it on the first try, but like I wanted to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
But video games isn't my thing. I'm not going to play video games.
Okay.
Unless it's like Mario Kart or like, something like that. But this is too complicated.
No, it's not that
It
complicated.
is. You got to touch 10 buttons at once.
No, you don't.
That's too much for me.
No, you don't.
I don't want a game that I got to think about. I want like a mindless game.
What? Those are the best games. Games you gotta think about.
No.
I like Fortnite because it's strategizing.
No, I don't like games like that.
Well, a lot of it is skill too, but like you gotta strategize. I be strategizing in that game. I be okay. I'm gonna come this way and do this to trick him to think I'm going this way. I'll be in everything.
No, I like games that like are stress relieving, not stress inducing.
That is low key stressing. I'm not even gonna lie. It is stressing. You be the last person to be somebody good. You like standing up playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I be spazzing and fighting. But what the frick?
Like I would love to play with you, but like it's just not my thing.
Here's the thing about it though. For me, at first, I remember when I first started learning, I was like, "This game is not all that." But then, like, I think once I started playing, it's boring by yourself. I don't play Fortnite by myself, but I usually play with friends because it's more fun. Like, you just sit there, chat, crack jokes, and just like play, talk trash to each other. Like, it's just all fun. So I think that's the part like that I really enjoy. It's just like it's a group activity versus just like you never see me play by myself. I don't play by myself.
No, you don't.
Like, I don't play games like that at all. Like, that's really the
Yeah.
only game I play because
Yeah.
I'm playing it in a group,
Yeah.
and it's just fun like that. But gotta learn how to play first. Here's some thoughts that I had while watching. Well, it got mentioned in the podcast, but it made me think about it. And I was like, I need to write that down because that was crazy. She was talking about the things she does, and basically kind of I thought of it specifically because of the platform I have and everything. It kind of was what we were talking about at the beginning about like standing on business about God and stuff like that and like sinning and things like that. But basically it goes back into basically I guess attention. I was thinking about like, am I doing this because I want to please God or do I want people to see the change that God does? And I was like, that's a different way of looking at it. Like, do I want people to see the change that God does for me? Or am I doing this because I want to please God? And I was like, dang, that's actually a really good question. And I feel like that could work with a lot of things. Yeah, I just wanted to say that.
I see. Well, how do you feel? Do you feel like
I think in the season that I am right now, it's not for people to see the change. I think the season that I'm in is helping me learn myself more and understand myself more because I could tell you probably like a year ago I couldn't tell you exactly who I was. I could tell you what I did.
Yeah.
But then again too, like I say, I always say I feel like I live 5 different lives. So I can't even remember half the stuff. But
a lot of people though in Florida when you would hang out with them mentioned how they noticed how God changed your life.
yeah, I was a whole different person.
Yeah, everyone mentioned that. Like, just because you talk about him more and how he affected your life and how, different routines you do now, people have noticed that, even though you don't really, like, preach it.
Yeah.
It's just people notice things when people do stuff in routine.
Yeah. I think okay, to answer this question specifically, right? I think I'm doing it to please God, but I'm also doing it so people can see the change. But
Yeah.
I'm doing it so people can see the change so that it'll help them want to do it.
Yeah, I think that's more it than
Because
pleasing God. I think pleasing God is obviously like a great thing, but I don't think that's your
yeah,
motive.
I think I want to because I feel like the best way to motivate people is for them to see it and for them to see authenticity.
Authentic, frick me.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
Authentically. Wait, no, that's not right. I don't
No,
know. Just
so
whatever.
people can see the real me, and I try to like I'm always gonna try to be myself, and that's one thing I learned a couple years ago. It's just like how to be like me at all times, and
Mhm.
I want people to see that it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Like people know I'm not perfect. People know I preach here on God, but I might post something. I might post some Round Wave lyrics on Instagram,
Yeah.
and it got a couple cuss words in it. You know what I mean? So at times, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, I'm not perfect, but I am me, and I know the influences that I could have, and I know how I am in general. So like I think that I just want people to see that there's other people like I'm like everyone else,
Yeah,
and I want to.
I don't think you're doing this to in the mission to please God. I think you're doing it um as a way to help others.
Mm-hmm,
Like them looking in on your life and seeing how it's made you happier and brought all these good things in your life
mm-hmm.
will encourage others to take a chance and like learn more about it and see if that's the path they want to go down too, which obviously like we're supposed to preach, we're supposed to spread the word, which is obviously going to please God because that's what you're doing, but I don't think you started this on the purpose to spread the word to please God. I think you did it to spread the word to help
You know what's
others.
crazy? No, you can finish. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. That's it.
Uh, I didn't start the podcast to talk about God at all. That's the crazy thing.
It was Thoughts Ran Rapid.
It, was, it
Just
is Thoughts Ran
well,
Rapid.
yeah, it still is. But
So
like,
Thoughts Ran Rapid is it was about careers. It was about getting people with different careers and different aspects on careers to
yeah,
talk about careers. That's when I was very success driven.
yes,
And so now that there's a change, now that I've changed,
yeah, your mindset.
my mindset's changed. It's more about God now. And because my whole thing was, oh man, I know people in so many careers. I'm like, I'm gonna get everybody on here with a different career. And now it doesn't feel like work at all. Now it just feels like I like to film it. I like to do podcasts. I like to like
That's
just pick it
true.
up and start talking to people because it's like it helps me, but it also like yeah, it's a whole idea of like, bam, I want to do this. Like what we just talked about. I want to do this and impact people,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't feel like work. Like it feels like I'm sitting here just chatting with people I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, yo, man, and then it'll be like people I know that I like, and I'll pick their brain about things. And I'm like, dang, I didn't really even know that. Like
Yeah.
people that I've done people at work, and I'm like, dang, I didn't even know you was a Christian, bro. That's crazy. Like, and it's just crazy to see that. Like, it's just fun though in general.
Yeah.
Like, I
Learn
wish more
more.
people were like we were talking about earlier, people like backing out. I wish more people would do it because like, it'll just show like, dude, this isn't an interview. This is like literally just us talking. And then like also too, low key forget that you're on camera. I be forgetting. I don't know about other people. Some people are camera shy, but like, cause they be thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I be forgetting I'm on camera for real. Like, I notice it, but like, it literally just feels like a recorded conversation.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to be fake. Be real, and that's what I want. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not gonna be real, I don't even want you on the podcast. Ain't no point.
Yeah.
Ain't no point. Cause like, now you're showing a fake self.
Yeah.
Like once I hear when people first get on here, you hear their little like, you know, professional voice. You know how people change their voice. You know they say the white people voice usually. They
Yeah.
say like the little white people voice. Hi guys, not that. I'm like, nah, don't. I'll be looking at them. I'll be like, don't do that. Like,
Yeah.
just be regular, be yourself. Ain't no point in you know what I'm saying. But last point, cause I'm hungry.
Me too.
So you gonna eat at the galley or no?
No.
Why not? You don't even know what's there.
I don't know what's there, but
You
like,
should.
I wanted to eat at this place by Walmart.
What place?
I forgot what it's called, but I have it in my phone.
Is it a Mexican place?
No.
Okay. another this point got brought up on the podcast as well, on a podcast as well. It was saying, what is God requiring of you in this next season? Do you ever like ask that to God? And I thought about that because I was like, I never asked that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a simple solution. Like, be like, God, what are you asking of me in this next season? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's just crazy to think about that. People go to him to ask for things like materialistic or
Yeah.
get me out of this
Yeah.
or help me please.
Yeah, the saving grace.
And then you have people who go to him to thank him, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's a gap in between.
Yes, this is what I said already, Mistin, that people need to talk to him like he's our father. Like, you talk to your mom every day. Mm-hmm. You tell your mom everything, good, bad, ugly.
Yeah.
But people talk to God like he's just this higher superpower, supernatural muppeteer that is supposed to just move our arms, move our legs, move our mouth, control our minds, and they don't talk to him like, hey, Father, I just want to tell you about my day. I want to thank you, whatever. Or if it's bad, be like, I had a really hard day. But people go to him, like you're saying, and be like, I feel like I'm going to fail my test. Can you help me get an A? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel that. That is very true.
Anyways.
You want to get clipped this video?
What does that mean?
I found a clip in the video that was like a very good point.
Oh, and put it on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can.
I do. I got to start doing that again.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't posted this season, so.
Yeah. All right. You ready to go get food?
Yeah, I'm ready to go get food. We got a good amount of footage, you know what I'm saying, for the first episode. But thank y'all for watching. This is the end of the first episode, man. We got so many more good videos for you that have filmed already and will be posted. You know what I'm saying? So I'll make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at thatboymiston, or you can follow me on Thoughts Ran Rapid, because I'll be posting it on both. There's very, very good footage and conversations with different people about great topics and about God. So y'all stay tuned. Thank y'all for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Gang!